Hello and welcome to the off-season edition of Race Franchise. We're about to get in to 2028 as we can just sim through a couple days. We're not going to bring in anybody on a qualifying offer. We do have some coaches that we do need to hire. We're looking at a third base coach, trying to find someone to be our third base coach. I'm kind of feeling Shane Hicks on a kind of a cheapo deal. I'll give him 2 years, $2 million. Let's see if he'll take that. And then for the farm director, I might give him a little bit more to be the farm director. And let's see if we can't poach Jim Lynn away from the Yankees. That's a lot of money to give up. I'm fine if that's our coaches. We'll sim a day. And it's time for free agency conditions. Now, we have 5 spots currently active on the 40-man roster. And now we can finally take a look at Ford James, who will wear 29 for us. Henry Davis is down at AAA. And we got some decisions with the catchers. We're going to have to add Henry Davis to the 40-man roster if we want to keep him. He did not play for us last year and he's due arbitration. I'm fine with not paying him, knowing that Ford James is going to be coming up real soon. I think I might start him at AA, but I have discretion on that. Then with our first baseman, as Trey Morgan's was just so good last year, we're going to have to add another couple first basemen to our organization. As Trey Morgan will not be wearing 72, he'll get an actual number. And we're going to have to cut some people off the 40-man. I don't see anybody crazy that we need to add right now to the 40. So we're going to make a couple kicks off of the 40-man. Griffin Canning is going to be removed from the 40-man roster. Following right behind him is going to be Jesse. And unfortunately, I think Mason's going to get the can as well. Mason will be canned. We'll keep Justin Henry Malloy around for spring training. He might be a late spring cut, though he did get a lot better. He's still not very good. It was fun for us for that one season that he was really up in the big leagues. Yandres Gomez is going to be on the block, but I don't think he's going to get cut. When we come to arbitration, obviously we're going to offer Junior. Edwin, obviously. Edwards, yet again, obviously. 10 million's a lot of money. 14's a lot for Pepio. Cam Smith will get an offer. Now here's the question with Brian. Was really bad last year. He's got a high overall. He wants $5 million. I'm going to come in as low as possible. Jacob Lopez is definitely going to get arbitration from us. Manuel Rodriguez was really good last year. In his return to the big leagues, he's going to get an offer. Luke Raley will 100% get an offer. How much does Nick Fortes want in arbitration? $2 million? How much does Henry Davis want? A little bit less for arguably a younger and better player. Nick Fortes' time here might be over. As Dane Myers, how much does he want? $3 million. I mean, it's fairly cheap. We got money. Jake Cousins is going to be let go. He can go. He was really bad. We're actually going to tender Henry Davis. And then what to do with Johnny DeLuca. The kid simply just can't hit. I think we're going to have to let Johnny DeLuca go. Johnny DeLuca, thank you so much for your years of service. You're not going to be offered arbitration. So the offers I'm going to be handing out, it's going to be Seiya in the 1 spot. Gabe Spires is going to go to 2. We're looking to spend big money this offseason, at least in the Ray standards. Mickey Moniak is somebody I want to add a lot. I think him with a platoon possibly of Cam Smith could be very, very good for us in the future. Gabe Spires would help out a lefty spot, and then if we can somehow find a way to get Seiya, that's just huge. Seiya Suzuki's a dream fit. I'm going to go ahead and just renew all these contracts, and we'll get back with you. A massive blockbuster trade. We tried to acquire Uribe. We very much got outbid as Marlins continue to be active. As Shane Hicks has accepted the third base coach job as Riley Green is a Cub. We thought about going out there and making a deal for a big-time free agent. We weren't going to give up that kind of a package, though, as we need to go to our staff contracts and go to coaches. We need to find a farm director to hire. I'm perfectly fine with Danny. If Danny wants to sign that, that would be awesome. But now we can take a look at the free agents. Seiya kind of wants to be here, and I like the sound of that. I want him to be here too. Currently trying to trade off pieces right now. I'm trying to find somebody who will take... where are they all at? We're going to let Joe Boyle go, so we need to trade Joe Boyle, Jake Cousins, Brian Baker, and then go to second base and get Wiley out of here. These four need to be traded. We're trying to find what we can get back for them. Trying to stay away from in-division trades. We're going to try and get something back. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be very much, but I want to get somebody back. As if I can get Brian Hudson. They went young. We're giving them some decently young players, as Murataka's here. But he got hurt and was really bad last year. Doesn't really make sense. I want to try and get back. Will Benson's got a little bit of pop. Could be somebody. I don't know. I'm trying to just find guys that we can kind of mix and match with. I'm going to send that through, see if they get back to us with a trade. Trade rejected, okay. I think I really want Brian Hudson, though. I'm going to try and... I'm just going to offer... I understand that it's probably a major overpay. You got to understand, all these guys are getting cut. Like, they're not going to be on our team next year. So there's quite literally no reason, when I know I'm going to be able to bring in a lefty who's been good in a lot of games. We're going to see if they'll take this for Brian. Trades rejected. They don't want anything to do. We're trying to get these pieces off our board, and no one's willing to take them. Kind of unfortunate for us right now. Unable to get any of these guys off. Adley Rutschman, big deal to the Pirates. Johan is going to be in our division. Brandon Lowe gets a contract. Mackenzie Gore to the Braves. Trying to get rid of some of these players is going to be really, really difficult. I'm willing to give Seiya a big 3-year deal if he wants to take that. He really shouldn't, as we continue to try and get this money off the books. His 4 James is already on the front page of our team for team overall. That's insane. A blockbuster trade in our division. What a get back from the Reds. Kobe Mayo, Noah Erdal, Mariano Minrano, and Chris Clements all heading back for Brandon Williamson, Luis Heel, Matt Strom, an older player. The Orioles didn't really get a whole lot back, as a contract decision is incoming for us. Does Seiya Suzuki sign on to be a Ray? We're getting a phone call. Does not appear to be, as he heads to the Royals. He heads to the Royals. And we were able to unload all of them. We got back Tanner Scott, who, if we're being honest, I didn't know he was from Ohio, is getting worse in some spots. He's getting a little bit better in others. He's older. He's not very good in the game, right, in Sim. But we will hold on to him, right? It's a 1-year deal remaining. We can trade him. All these guys are going to be let go. As Justin Steele flips inside the division on a 3-year deal. Nick Lodolo to the A's and William Contreras as the Orioles load up after losing Adley. We'll go out to free agency. We're not interested in that. Gabe Spires. I'll give him a 3-year deal. And we need to go out and get a plus outfield bat. I don't really think Steven Kwan's our guy for that. We need some pop in the outfield. Definitely not, although Brendan Donovan's hit back-to-back 20-homer seasons. We might need to make a big trade to go get that kind of a guy. We got a contract decision from Gabe Spires. Welcome in. 3 years, $30 million. We can offer free agents again. Welcome in Gabe Spires, our now second highest overall reliever. And this bullpen looks fairly solid. You got Jack, Spires, Brusdar. 3 solid closers. As I moved Griffin Jacks to be an official closer, for some reason his overall goes up as a closer. I didn't touch anything. Like, that's just all his natural development. You can go back and look. But for some reason he went up overall since I moved him to closer. I'm not complaining about that at any little bit, as we'll move Henry Davis up to the major league level. We're going to try and target another outfield bat, and we need to give Trey Morgan a number. Trey Morgan, Trey, is actually, I just realized you cannot see what I try and show from this, so we're going to move my camera back down to the corner. We're giving Trey Morgan number 3. It's perfect for him. Named Trey, he's going to get number 3. Bryce Matthews might just end up being a trade piece for us here. We might try and move around some of our prospects to try and go out and get an impact bat. We just went out there and made a massive blockbuster trade. Brent Rooker is the exact guy we need for this team. We need power. We need slug. And we don't want to spend a lot of money. What we have done so far is we're going to trade the older left-handed pitcher. He's 23 years old, only a 61 overall. Juan Castro was a far ways away. Jamal Jefferson has good control. Not a whole lot of other things have come along yet. Edwin Urceta is the big piece going back. He's the big closer. They were looking for bullpen. The A's had plenty of offense, and they were willing to give up their veteran DH. Reynel Delgado will also go back in this deal, a 27-year-old defender. That's a massive trade that we've just pulled off. And that now just injects so much more into this offense, as Brent Rooker is now probably the 3-hole hitter on this team. Jonathan Aranda will hit a little bit behind him. And now look how strong this lineup looks with this big 3, Miguel Andujar, with prospects yet to come. We didn't even give up any of our really top prospects. Trey Morgan's still here. He'll fight for a spot in camp. Bryce Matthews is also still here. Don't really know for how much longer. As now, if we go to the pitching staff, this is what it projects our opening day pitching staff to be. I'll shuffle it around a little bit. But now we are missing 2 big relief options. If we take a look at our relievers, we can call up Gomes and promote him to a spot in the bullpen. We still need 1 more. And I'm going to go out there and sign probably another reliever, maybe 2. Try and get some cheapo relievers. Those aren't very, very hard to come by. Let me just make sure we haven't acquired anybody who needs arbitration. Nope, we're all good there. Now for the draft lottery. We were tied for the 5th worst record in baseball, which by a coin flip a worse record than the Cardinals, we got ourselves 2.5% better chances of getting the number 1 overall pick. Simulating the draft lottery, we will pick 6th overall. The Guardians of all teams move up. Everybody moves a spot back. White Sox and Rockies and Guardians will get the first 3 picks. We will pick 6th overall. So only one team really jumped us, which isn't horrible, as we'll advance on. Max Muncy is a member of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, you might be like, why the hell would we want to sign Max Muncy here? There's Muncy. Muncy is going to DH for us. Actually, what's the defense? Yeah, he will DH for us. Luke Raley is a good bat, right? But I don't know if he's a true starter bat. And what's the worst case scenario? It's a 1-year deal on Max Muncy. There's no such thing as a bad 1-year deal. And he's got more pop and can kind of hit both sides, right? Luke Raley can't hit both sides. So then in this instance, we can still have Max Muncy DH. Right? And we kind of just shuffle the lineup around just a little bit more. Right? So Brent Rooker. This is how we can order the top of the lineup against lefties and come in. And then Henry Davis can be the catcher against lefties and hit last. Right? Jonathan Aranda can slide up to 6. And this lineup just becomes so much more deeper with more pop. Because I might want to move India up to 7 just so we have more lefty-righty gaps. And then that gives us a pretty good pinch hit option. Cam Smith also will have a chance to play if he wants. He's going to have to fight in camp. He's got good contact against lefties, decent power. Him and Max Muncy are going to compete throughout the season for who hits lefties better. We can also move Max Muncy to first, change around the lineup a little bit. Let's say Andujar struggles, right? It gives us more flexibility. Because mind you, Andujar, Muncy, India, all on 1-year deals. They will all be free agents after the year. Luke Raley, we still have 1 more year of control on him. He can kind of play everywhere, first base and outfield. So we keep good players around. And we continue to now have to add to the bullpen. That'll be our next orders of business. As what a trade. Next to nothing given up for Jose Ramirez to go to Cleveland or go to LA. It took Alex Freeland, a 68 overall player, and Zach Root. If I knew that's all it cost, Junior Caminero can find a different spot to play. Junior Caminero can go DH or play first. We would move around how this team looks. So we'll take a look as Zaire Hope is out here. Cam Collier, Futures Game MVP not added. Yariel Rodriguez is still out here. I'm not going to pick him up for that much money. Ian Hamilton is a 68 overall. He's got bad control, though. We've seen that that's important. Speaking of bad control, hi, Alexis. That one All-Star season, man. All-Star close. I thought the Reds had the closer role figured out that year, man. Danny Young out here. He would be another lefty. Doesn't look that great. What's his control? Got a little bit better control than what I kind of expected. There's no control here, so he's going to be bad. Calvin got decent control, was kind of mid. Jose Suarez, not very good. Dylan Dodd has high control. I'm willing to take a fly. Or no, that's another lefty. We don't need so many lefties. I think we're good in the Rule 5 draft. I like what we have going on. As Danny Garcia, welcome to being the farm director, as we continue to sim Anthony Bender. He's not ready to be a part of the team just yet. He wants just a tiny bit more money. So we'll add Joe Jimenez to the board. He can be 2. We're not gonna keep him around. We don't want that vibe in our locker room. We'll give a little bit more money to Anthony Bender. We got the money to spend, right? And hopefully Anthony Bender signs right here. Welcome to Tampa Bay, Anthony. As Joe Jimenez wants to be here. He's a good player. We can look at what he's done. A veteran relief option who wants to be here. 33 holds last year. The ERA wasn't great. The whip was pretty good, and the FIP was about the same as the year prior. We'll give you 2 years, $10 million to come down to be a Brave. He will choose the Orioles either way. Evan Phillips is coming on down to Tampa Bay. We continue to add relief pitchers. As we can just take a look at our transactions. Or can I just see ours? So, let's get to the start of the offseason, as that's a lot of renewed contracts. So, once we got to the offseason, we traded for Tanner Scott. We got rid of the junk from our organization, picked up one man's junk as another man's treasure. We brought them in. We gave Gabe Spire a big, healthy contract. We picked up Henry Davis. And then you can see the guys that we non-tendered, a lot of not very good starters and some relievers. We traded for Brent Rooker and signed Max Muncy, Anthony Bender, and Evan Phillips. We are having a spectacular offseason right now. We have gotten through the offseason and into spring training. We got a couple spots opened up on the 40-man. Griffin Canning can come up and try and be a part of this, right? I have no problem with that. Theo Gillen is going to be given a chance. Brett Wisely can be re-added since we got the room. Both of them can be recalled to the major leagues. And I don't think I'm going to carry a full 40-man roster. What we did last minute is we are going to also add Cody Clemens. I get it's a lot of players to have on roster. It's a kid with tremendous power potential. And I believe he will have an extra option. He is able to be sent down still. He gives us some flexibility in our outfield, or in our infield, sorry. As we can take a look at all the pitchers that we have to our disposal. Is Brody Hopkins I want to actually pitch, because not all the relievers will pitch. Griffin Canning is going to go in for Spires, because we know both those guys will be on this team, right? Jackson Spires can kind of hang out. They already know they're going to be on the team. Our starting rotation: Edward Cabrera, Ryan Pepio, AJ Smith-Shawver, Jacob Lopez, Luis Morales. Guys competing, right? Brody Hopkins is going to compete for a spot. Griffin Canning will. Actually, I might move Brody Hopkins in just because we know Edward Cabrera is going to be a part of the starting rotation. He's getting paid $10 million. He's a pending free agent. He's the team's current best player. And then offensively, a big chunk of everybody should get chances. We kind of already know India will be on this team. We're going to let India get some at-bats. So Cody Clemens is going to play second base in spring training. So we got the ability to give contract extensions, and we can see the guys who will be free agents. It's a lot of our key bats. Miguel Andujar could be somebody we look to extend after how good he was a year before. We will hold off for now, but just know that the ability is there. We could also give Junior Caminero a hefty extension. That could be something we wait on a little bit. Cody Clemens, we're going to get an opportunities. We're 2-0 to start spring training. He's got a double already in the day's game. 2 hits and an RBI, including a walk. And he's going to be the batter trying to get a hit off Aaron Ashby, making his way to the Pirates. That pitch is just on the outside corner. We were never going to offer at that. Cody Clemens with a lot of power. That's just an insanely good take. Almost offered at it. Just able to hold up. 1-1. I hit the button. I tried to get it to swing. It did not swing, and it pays off for us. The 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss. Good timing. As I will move it back after this at bat. But that pitch was good timing that we swung through. It was a slider right in the heart of the plate as we got a 2-2 count. Fastball bias. It was high. Cody Clemens strikes out. We'll return to simulating as we got a lot of spring training to go. We got ourselves a 1-run lead, and we're going to have to face the password. Facing him is going to be Yonderis Gomez, fighting for a roster spot. He's kind of the, as of right now, odd man out. He needs to have a very good spring training to even have a chance to make this staff. As that first at-bat that he had is going to help a lot to get there. We'll run that change up just off the plate. Actually, it was a sinker. 2-0 falling behind Nick Gonzalez. It's a fastball down the middle. Not great speed out there from Brant Rooker. Actually, who is that out there? Unsure who was just out there. Might have been Nick Sogard. As there's a ground ball. Nick Sogard, somebody I signed off camera. He's a 69 overall and can play everywhere. So he's got some flexibility. As that's going to be a hard ground ball. Carson Williams, we are 3-0 to start spring training, man. We finally take a loss to Boston, but we are 4-2. Make that 5-2. Griffin Canning, I want to see how he does. He does not do well in sim. Luis Morales, as Brody Hopkins has pitched well. Not anymore as he got blown up. We're on a bit of a losing streak in spring training. Yonderis is pitching well. And this is when we start making a couple cuts to the Major League team. Smith Shawver still struggling. Cam Caminetti has been good. 3 holds coming out of the bullpen. He's going to get a chance to be a starter. So we're going to give him a better number than what he had as 59 last year. Caminetti will be number 40. It's Griffin Canning. I can't send you down. We're going to designate you for assignment and outrate to AAA. It's unfortunate, but Griffin Canning, your season is done. A lot of our relievers have been good. Doesn't look like we're going to make any crazy moves yet. Henry Davis and Fiducia have been good enough. Aranda's hit well. Cody Clemens hasn't. Trey Morgan hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, but hasn't hit. Isaac is going to be one of the first position players cut. Brett Wisely will also be sent down. Nick Sogard is currently rocking number 21, and he's got a couple hits in his limited at-bats. Max Muncy with a pair of homers. Carson Williams struggling. Now what I want to see, Henry Malloy, 3 at-bats. He will be sent down to AAA. Dane Myers will follow suit. Theo Gillian, a strong spring training. Strong spring training from Cam Smith, not so much from Rooker. But we still have plenty of time on that. Cody Clemens. That's an unfortunate way for spring training to go for him. He wasn't off to a great start. He's going to head to the 60-day IL. In 20 games in spring training, he had a high slugging percentage. He wasn't really making good contact, but Cody Clemens heads to the injured list. That's going to help out somebody to make this team. Even if he wasn't, because we're going to need to fix a lineup. Jonathan India, welcome back to being in that starter spot. As with the final week of spring training coming, 6 players are going to have to be sent down. Looking at all the options, it's becoming difficult. This Gomez has been so good. Manny Rodriguez hasn't been. Manny Rodriguez is going to go down to AAA. He's out of options. He will be outrighted. He should still be able to stay in our organization. Is Trey Morgan. The thing with him is he's got options. He's 25 years old. He can go down to AAA. It won't affect him. Sogard's having a good spring. Bryce Matthews, unfortunately, is not. Max Muncy's hitting for power. Junior Caminero, a good spring. Theo Gillian, we know he's not going to make this team. He will be sent down. And we'll wait till the end of the year to see how these final couple games go with the pitching staff to make any decision, as Boston ends up claiming Manuel Rodriguez. Would you like to withdraw that? We will. So I think we can protect him if we send him down to AAA now. Although Gomez has options and can go down, so we'll use that on him. He has 2 more people need to be sent down from the Major League team. AJ Smith-Shawver is looking to be a massive bust for us. He has not been good. He's pitching to a 5 ERA in spring training. He is going down. Brody Hopkins is going to follow suit. We are down to the 26-man roster. For the pitching rotation, Ryan Pepio has more than earned his opening day nod, as he's been terrific in spring. Edward Cabrera is not going to be penalized, as he did start in the bullpen during spring training. So he didn't get an insane amount of starts. So we're not mad about that. We're not going to hold it against him. Cam Caminetti was great in all the roles we gave him. So Caminetti's going to get a chance to start on this Major League team. Luis Morales will be the 4 starter, and Jacob Lopez, his teammate coming over from the A's. And we've made a couple deals with the A's. Ian Seymour will be the long reliever. He's back. Manny Rodriguez will be a closer, along with Bruce Dar, Evan Phillips, Gabe Spires, Tanner Scott, Anthony Bender, and Griffin Jacks. That's the bullpen. The lineup is as follows. Chandler Simpson will be the leadoff man. Junior Caminero will hit 2. Brent Rooker right behind him. Aranda in the cleanup spot. Miguel Andujar will hit 5th with Max Muncy right behind him. Jonathan India, after a great spring, will be the 6th hole. Hunter Freducia will hit 8th. Carson Williams, struggling in spring training, was not good last year, will be the 9th hole. Then, against lefties, the top 3 are the exact same. Miguel Andujar slides up to 4. Max Muncy at 5. Aranda at 6. India still in 7. Carson Williams goes up a spot. And Henry Davis will be the DH. Our bench for the season, Cam Smith has some power, Hasn't quite worked out for us yet in the Yandy Diaz trade, but I think there's still plenty there. Luke Raley will be a bench power bat against lefties. Hunter Fiducia, right, and Henry Davis will be the platoon at catcher. And Nick Sogard can hit lefties a little bit, can play every position. If Carson Williams struggles, Nick Sogard could find himself into a starting position. So, played fairly well in spring training, liked what I saw from him. And we're going to sim to the regular season, where we will face the Tigers on opening day. Ryan Pepio versus Tariq Skubal, as we are ranked the 16th best team. Our pitching staff is around average, as we hope to be more than just an average team. We got plus power, a really good contact team, good speed. Defense is not our forte. That's also because we got a couple DHs in the lineup, including Max Muncy and Brent Rooker, so they don't really factor that in. I'm going to double check all the numbers off camera. But that's how I'm going to end this episode, so thank you so much for watching Rays Franchise. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.